Hi there, this is just a quick video on how to make a line graph using information that you get from the YouTube scraper. First thing we need to do is get the information. We're going to do that by copying and pasting your URL or just your video ID here into the scraper and clicking Show Video Statistics. This is the information that's going to be generated. You can see you already have your row up here with your header. We're going to copy and paste this into a new Excel spreadsheet. I'm actually just going to click this top left cell here and paste that in. And then we want to make sure that's highlighted, and to separate your columns here according to where the commas are. We want to click on Data and Text to Columns. Oh, yeah, well, you just highlight the first column like that. That's where all the data is. Text to columns. We're going to do delimited. Make sure we have comma selected here. Click Next. General data format's fine. And then click Finish. You can see that separates things nicely for us here. Now there's some information that we don't need. We do want our view counts here. We don't need our favorites, our likes, our numerator. We're going to delete these three columns here. And you'll also see, for the purposes of this exercise, that our video ID is the same for every row. So we can actually delete that too. All we want is our date and our view count. One comment here, the view or the date is in a kind of a funny format. You'll see it's year, month, and then day. Because of the way Excel is, there's really not a way that we could figure out anyway to change that information. So you're just going to have to look at that manually and determine what the date is. It's not going to show up right. So the next thing we want to do is highlight these two rows, and we are going to click on Insert, and we want a graph. For some reason the line graphs weren't working right, so we're actually going to do a scatter graph. Select one of these and see right here the graph that it creates. You can see the results for that here. And you'll see what I'm talking about right here. These are actually the dates. So 13/01/20 here is 2013 January 20th. So it is still keeping the dates in order. And here is the amount of views you have. So you're just going to have to sort of decipher those dates there. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for us, and we can do a couple things to make it easier to read. You can see we might want to add a title here. So we're going to click, we were in Design, you're going to click Layout, and we can add a title. You can sort of decide where you want to lay it here. I'm actually going to put mine above the graph. And we can just change that to Views per Date. Okay, and then maybe we want to label our axes. We can do that again here in Layout. Click on the graph if you lost that. Layout, Axis Titles. We're going to do our primary horizontal axis title. Below there, you can see it gives us, I'm having trouble. Here we go. Gives us this little block. We're going to put date right there. And then we can do the same thing for our vertical axis. And we're going to put in views. So if you have somebody else looking at this, that'll make it a little bit easier to understand. And the other thing you might want to do is adjust the amounts on the side here. Actually, first, one other thing you might want to do is you can put in the name of your video here. To do that, we're going to select the data and click Edit here. It just gives us the opportunity to name the series name. I'll just put video 1 here. So you could name it whatever video you're looking at. So if you save these charts or you're showing them to somebody else, you have that information right there. Just click OK again. Then you sort of have a title for the whole thing. Okay, so then maybe you want to make these amounts a little bit more specific. And you can see they're representing the data here. And there's obviously a lot more values along here than there are here. So what you can do are add more grid lines. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Give us a little more space. Stretches it out. And then you can go up here to Layout and click Grid Lines. Now we want to add more horizontal grid lines so those numbers are a little more specific. And the major ones are already out there. Let's add some minor grid lines. You can see that'll make it a little bit easier as people are plotting these points here. They can hover right over there and actually see the specific points they want to look at. And you can see the date in there, February 5th, 2013. And then you can see the number right then was 27,972. That's just going to make things a little bit easier for people to view. And then if you want to, you can add horizontal grid lines also. But usually this is a decent amount of data as the chart is a little bit interactive. And hopefully this is a helpful tool for you.